Hello, my friends of BUDO TV Online. Today we have another BUDO interview here for all our subscribers, and today we have an amazing honor for our channel because we have the chance to interview one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most prominent Aikido senseis in these days in the world. I'm talking about Sensei Joe Thambu of Aikido. Sensei, thank you so much for accepting this interview with our channel BUDO TV Online, and welcome to this channel.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. I apologize it's taken so long for me to accommodate you.
No, for us it's a great honor have you here. We have a friend, a mutual friend, with our friend in Ecuador, Cuban,
Yes.
like me, Hector Fundora, which is an amazing practitioner, and he speak very high about you, and is very happy with your help. So we're gonna talk about that in the interview. And first, I would like to ask you, because we always start every interview with the same question: how, when, and where do you start your practice in the martial arts?
Okay. I started when I was 11 years old, and I started in Malaysia. In 1972, in the middle of the year, around June, July, a great teacher called Don Drager Sensei brought his teachers, Shimizu Sensei and a few other people, to Malaysia. And I saw these men, and I thought, wow, I want to be like them. So at the end of that year, after a few months, I asked my uncle permission to join the dojo, and I started Aikido. I think, it's an accident of birth. If he'd been doing another style of Aikido or Judo or Karate, that's what I would have started. But I think I keep doing it because it suits my character.
Wow. But you start with your uncle.
I started with my uncle, yes.
That was your first sensei.
He was my first sensei, and my main sensei. He's a pioneer and an amazing man. He went to Japan in the 50s. So you have to imagine, 10 years after the Second World War, people didn't like the Japanese in Malaysia. My grandparents didn't want him to go, but he borrowed money. He went against his parents. He went to Japan for 1 year, came back, went again. And he was the first Malaysian to get a judo black belt. And he also was the person who introduced Aikido to Malaysia. Not just the Yoshinkan Aikido, but just Aikido full stop.
Oh, so when he went to Japan, he went to study Yoshinkan Aikido?
No, he went to the Kodokan.
Oh, Kodokan. Okay.
Kodokan, and he did judo. And one of his teachers was Mifune Kyuzo Sensei. And he was studying in the Kodokan, and then one day he saw some American military servicemen doing locks like Nikajo and stuff. And he said, "What's that? That's not judo." And they said, "This is Aikido. Do you want to come with us?" So they took him to the Yoshinkan to visit Gozo Shioda Sensei.
Wow.
And then he started Aikido there.
Wow, what an amazing honor for him, like meet Gozo Shioda in person, have the chance to train with him.
Well, he was one of the first foreigners to train in the Yoshinkan, and the name of his dojo is Shudokan, and it's the name I've taken as well, and it's the name that Shoda Gozo Kancho gave to my uncle for his dojo.
Oh, so Shioda Gozo was the one who baptized, for saying in one way, baptized with the name.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yes.
I was checking. I was investigating about your career in Aikido and martial art in general, but I was seeing in internet. You correct me if I'm right or wrong according to this. You have the chance to train with your uncle Tambi Raja,
Yes.
Gozo Shioda, Kyoichi Inoue, Toshishiro Bata, Takafumi Takeno, and Tsutomu Shida. That's the senseis that you have the chance to train with, right?
Yes, yes.
So how was to train with all these people? I mean, because all these, they were and are amazing senseis. So how was your experience training with these senseis?
With Shoda Gozo Kancho, he didn't really teach us. I wasn't of the level, but he did a black belt class once a week, and you did that, and he would come around, and it was the class where you had to resist someone. You grab someone really hard, and you resist them, and he would just touch, and they would go down. So
wow.
You would try it, and you would do it against someone your same level, and none of us could do it. But I would grab someone, resist 100%, and he would come over and correct my partner, and then just touch my partner's hand, not me, touch my partner's hand, touch his back, and I would feel a lot of power, and I would go down. And then, my partner, he'd walk away, and my partner would say, "Did that work?" I said, "Yeah." And then he would, when I was there, be the same. He would come and he touched my hand. He touched my hand here and touch my hand, straighten my back, push my back, and my partner would go down. If he took his hand away, my partner would stand up. He'd push it down, and then he said, "Do you understand?" It's like, awesome. And then he walk away. But he didn't, he mainly taught the Uchideshi, and by that stage, he was just giving, he would come on the mat sometimes and just yell at people.
Oh, wow.
And he would just yell at people and say, "This is not, what you're doing is rubbish. It's not what I'm teaching," etc., etc. And then other times he would come and he was just so friendly. So he was an interesting person because he treated everyone differently. The Uchideshi, people who stayed in the dojo, very strict on you. The people who are just normal students, he was very nice. And my uncle, everyone was different, all were different. And but the one thing they had in common is you never asked questions on the mats. You just did it. You never asked, how do you do this? How does that work? Never. You can say, "Can you do that again?" And grab them. Can I feel the technique? But if you ask how or what, they just walk away.
Wow.
You have to learn it. You have to steal it. You have to learn it.
You learn by repeat the technique once and twice, and you know how many times you need it. That's the way teaching.
But also the old way of teaching was that you had to learn with your eyes, not with your ears, because often what they say was you couldn't understand. So you had to learn with your eyes. But all the teachers you mentioned, there's one other teacher. His name is Narayama Tetsuro Shihan. He's from Shudokan Aikido or Tomiki Aikido. And I'm not his student, but I was his uke many times, and he is amazing. And he also helped me understand the thinking in Shudokan Aikido or Tomiki Aikido, how O Sensei taught it, how Shioda Gozo taught it, and the reasons. And same with Obata Sensei, they explain things, not on the mats, off the mat.
Interesting. Wow. And in this, I mean, I was one of the research I was doing, I was seeing like you were awarded the 5th degree black belt Godan by Gozo Shioda Kancho in September of 1993. The 6th degree black belt Rokudan by Hideo Yamada Kaisho, December 2001. 7th degree black belt by Shioda Yasuisa, December 2007. And you have many awarded the title of Shihan, October 2008. 8 dan by Kiyoshi Inoue himself, November 2015. And you participate in different demonstrations regarding Yoshinkan and Tokubetsu, Embusho, and even you were in the Blitz magazine as an Aikido Instructor of the Year in 1997. So I was researching, and our friend Hector always, speaking about you as one of the biggest um, senseis in the Yoshinkan world. But when we were talking before we start the interview, what makes you looking for a different separate school, if I say it? I don't know if term, but you're still using the program of the Yoshinkan program, or you're doing something different?
In 2000, so all those certificates, my fifth dan came from Shoda Gozo Kancho, and then the sixth dan, he'd already died by then. So even though there was a testing committee of Inoue Sensei, Chida Sensei, Takino Sensei, and Terada Sensei, although there was a testing committee, the certificate is signed by the president because there was no. Then after that, Shoda Gozo Kancho's son took over, and he gave me a seventh dan.
Okay.
And I had disagreed with the way he was running the organization, and it was not what I believe the Yoshinkan should be. So he also kicked out Inoue Kancho and Chida Sensei. So I thought I will leave. For me, martial arts is not about an organization; it's about a student-teacher relationship. So I left, and I went under Inoue Sensei. So my eighth dan came from Inoue Sensei, and in 2017, Inoue Sensei passed away.
Yes.
So at which point I spoke to Inoue Sensei's wife, who is also a Shihan, and I said, for me to honor the Aikido that Inoue Sensei taught me and what Tambiraja Sensei taught me, I have to do my own thing. And she said, please do so. She discussed it with Inoue Sensei when he was alive, and he said, when he passed on, I should go on my own way. And I invited her to be the president of Aikido Shudokan International. Our group of dojos is small, and she agreed, and she's the president. So it's my way of keeping the respect to the Inoue family.
Okay.
As far as technique goes, I do Yoshinkan Aikido.
Exactly.
The name Shudokan is a dojo. It's not a style. The system of Aikido we do is Yoshinkan Aikido. I cannot say I do Yoshinkan Aikido because that is not fair to the Yoshinkan organization. But it is the Yoshinkan system that I practice. It's what I teach. One more thing. I don't have a relationship with the Yoshinkan Hombu Dojo. I don't have a relationship with the Yoshinkan board of directors or whatever, but I have a good relationship with all the top teachers in the Yoshinkan world. And this is what I keep. So for me, it's not about organizations, it's about a one-on-one.
Exactly. The relationships.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
I hope I answered your question.
No, yes. I just want to be clear because this interview with subtitle in Spanish, so many people in the Spanish community could learn more about all these. Because especially in Cuba, where I came from, many people know about Yoshinkan, but they don't know that inside the Yoshinkan, the different fractions, if you can say it that way. Many people that do the same program, but under different names sometimes. And I want them to know the details about all this, and that would be a great chance for many people to learn a little bit about this. So to be clear, regarding to your program, is the same according to the techniques and everything, just the name is under the umbrella of the name Shudokan, right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So it's many people like maybe asking about this.
If I can clarify something.
Yes.
The basic techniques are the same as the Yoshinkan.
Oh, okay.
But I also teach a lot of variations. I teach a lot of stuff that's not taught in the Yoshinkan, and that's from my experience with when I did Jodo when I did stuff with Obata Sensei. So
Oh,
I take different things. The Yoshinkan's the base, and I add to it.
oh, perfect. That's amazing.
So that's what I do. Yeah.
No, that's great because it's like improve more, your teachings. You're open more like the path for people learn different things, and you have the chance to train with so many good teachers. So I think that's wonderful. It related with our mutual friend, uh, Hector Fundora in Ecuador. He's very grateful with you, with your support and your help. Do you have any plans in the future regarding with that connection with him, with
Uh,
Cuba,
I
maybe?
hope to visit Ecuador one day. Uh, it's a long way from Australia.
I know.
So Hector and I are in touch. We're in contact, and whatever help I can give him is very small. He's doing his own thing. He's he's an amazing person. All of you're struggling and you're
Thank you.
still doing it. I understand the financial situation, the economy. So perhaps when COVID is over, I usually go to Canada once a year. And
Okay.
perhaps next time I go to Canada, maybe I can come down and visit in South America.
That would be great for him because he's a great guy. He's an amazing practitioner, and he's trying to do his best. He's a very good friend of mine, but he's a very good practitioner, and he's very focused on what he wants,
Hmm.
and he is putting his heart, complete heart,
Yep.
and what he's trying to do with you. And he's, I said before, he's very grateful with you, with your support and your help regarding, his preparation.
Can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not interested in collecting dojos like collecting stamps.
I know.
Uh,
I know.
I when I came to Australia, I was 18, and I joined Aikikai dojos, and it wasn't for me, so I stopped. I was Shodan, I was not good, and the only way I could keep practicing was after a few months. I looked for a dojo. I found a judo dojo, started doing Aikido there, had half a dozen students, but I never had any help from anyone. Uh, the Yoshinkan head didn't know I was operating here. My uncle was, in Malaysia. I had no help. And for many years, I went to Yoshinkan in 1983, came back, set up a full-time dojo. I was only early 20s. Uh, I struggle a lot. So what I would like to do is give people the opportunity I didn't have. I would like to help people uh, to get the assistance that I didn't get. So it's nothing fantastic. If anyone's interested, I will help them. And they can be Aikikai, uh, whatever style, Yoshinkan, it doesn't matter. They have a good heart and they're interested in Aikido and I can help them, I will.
For me, that's the way. That's the way. Help for everybody to come with honest belief, and they want to train, they want to learn. That's the path for me,
Yep.
and that's the way to follow. In case I want to, if you allow me, I would like to send me your information. You have a website, email, whatever information that you allow me to put on the description on this video when I publish in
Sure.
my YouTube channel, so the people, maybe they want to reach you, they want to be in contact with you, they could use that to send you maybe a message and try to connect with you.
Not a
I
problem.
think.
I'll send you those details.
Thank you so much, because people, if you want to contact this sensei, this is a great opportunity for you guys. If you are training Aikido, or maybe you are training another martial art and you want to learn real power for Aikido, I think that's will be a great chance for all of you guys. Sensei, right now with this situation of the COVID, how is the situation in Australia right now? You're open, you're still open, you're closed. How is working there?
You know how big Australia is, yes?
Yes.
And most parts of Australia are kind of okay. But Melbourne, the city that I'm in, we've been in lockdown.
Oh, wow.
For the last, I think, 2.5 weeks. We got another 3.5 weeks to go in lockdown. But the dojo has been closed since March.
Oh, wow.
So it's all martial arts dojos are struggling, and we don't know how it's going to happen afterwards. I have 2 dojos, and the bank, we owe the bank lots of money.
Oh,
So we just have to see what happens. But there's a lot of people in Asian countries who are worse off. We have some assistance from the government here,
okay.
but Melbourne, the numbers are really bad,
Mhm.
and hopefully it will get better.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
here it's pretty bad right now. Many dojos are closing, and people are struggling with this situation. Is super bad here in Miami.
Yeah.
Especially, Miami is a place where many people come to the beach, tourists, and everything is closed down pretty much. There were slow openings, but then the cases beginning to,
Yeah.
reach up, and then they close a little bit again. So we have pretty much the same situation here, which is we pray like this over soon and everything come back to normal again because it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
For many years, my staff asked me to do stuff on video, um, stuff on the internet, and I said
Mhm.
no. I said martial arts, you have to practice one-on-one. You cannot practice with a screen. And now I've started a video channel. It's called Aikido TV Online. Sorry, I'm doing advertising here,
No, please do it.
but I've changed my thinking. The COVID has forced me to change my thinking. So COVID has dragged me into the 21st century, and I think that people can't come to us. So somehow, like what you're doing, we have to go to them, and we have to help them in any way possible
Mhm.
to learn. So in the 80s, and like my uncle too, in the 50s, we went to Japan to study. And then in the last 20 years, there's a phenomena where a lot of instructors, me included, are doing seminar circuits.
Mhm.
So we go out to the people. Now that's changed again. So I might be a hypocrite, but it's something we have to do. We have to change. And as martial artists, I don't care what martial arts. If we don't change our thinking, we can't change anything.
Sorry. No, but that's
So
part of
sorry.
Aikido. That's part of Aikido. Adapt.
Yeah.
Flow. Go with that flow and try to adapt the situation. And while you were talking to me like about you didn't like go to YouTube or use that kind of platform, and now you have to adapt and use it. I know many senseis they were thinking in the past the same thing, and now they have to do the same, adapt and open different channels and try to improve the teaching through these channels. And I invite you to also send me that link
I will do that.
with all your any links that you have, a Facebook account, email, web page, so I can post this on the description under the video so that people have the chance to see it and maybe learn and be in contact with you. I think that would be a great opportunity.
I'm pretty bad when it comes to IT, so I'm going to get one of my instructors or one of the staff members to do it. I'm hopeless.
Okay.
But
No, don't worry.
It will be.
Yes, I would take a few days because I need to, do the subtitles for these videos. You have time to send me everything, and
Sure.
I know people will love it. And I say again, if you want to reach a good and honest sensei, please, here you have Sensei Joe Thambu. I think it's a great chance to learn a real powerful Aikido. I'm talking about powerful. I'm not talking about dancing Aikido. I'm talking about real powerful, true Aiki, true power, real Budo. Sensei Joe Thambu here. Sensei, thank you very much for this opportunity. I know you are a very busy person.
Thank you.
And I hope in the future we can set more interviews in the channel. consider this channel your home. Anytime you need our support, our help for anything, please contact me and I will be more than happy to help you out.
Can I say one
Sure.
last thing before we finish?
Yeah, sure.
In South America, you have financial problems, you have economic problems, also perhaps language problems between Japanese and Spanish, etc. Don't let this stop you. If you want to do Aikido, if you want to do martial arts, you want to do Budo, find a way, and you will do it. Everything, money, language. Believe me, when I first went to Japan, there were days when I would just eat rice and pickles because I had no money.
Wow.
Right? If you want to do it, you can. You set your mind and your heart into it, and you can do that. And that's the first thing about martial arts, is about passion. So don't let race, language, money, I mean, it's all important, but don't let it stop you. Go for it. And if you can take one thing from me, take that. At age 18, I had my own dojo. So you can do it too. Put your heart and mind into it. Don't let anything stop you.
That's a true message right there. And you hear it, guys. That's a sensei talking. And that's my idea too. If you have a dream, fight for it. Don't let anything stop you. I have the same philosophy, sensei. I think that's an amazing message for any person who see this video. And I said before, thank you so much for this opportunity. I hope we can talk in the near future and we could set again another interviews. Any event in the future that when all this COVID-19 situation pass, any events or something like you like to people to know about it, you want to promote it, you can reach to me and I will be more than happy to promote it here in our channel.
Thank you so much. Everyone, in these troubled times, stay safe, stay well. And in martial arts, we use the word os, especially in Yoshin Aikido. Os means to persevere, to never give up. And honestly, it's easy to say os when you're fresh, you just step into the dojo, you're feeling good. But the real meaning comes when we are faced with adversity, like COVID, like a lot of problems, you're tired, whatever. That's when os really matters. So, os.
Sensei, thank you so much. And I hope to see you soon. And all my friends, I hope you enjoyed this wonderful interview. And I see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give us a like. That's help us a lot. And blessings to you all. Be safe. And I see you in the next one. Gosh.
合気道を初めてオーストラリアに紹介した先駆者で、現在メルボルンを中心に世界各国で活動を展開しているウィンウィンの中で、ハンビーラジャよりラジャ渋谷合気道の共同教師、その祖父が中国の修行で来日した際、行動活動が急増しよりいただいた行動例がこのShudokanです。その年代をついて25周年、マレーシア、インドネシアに1991年指導を開始、1995年に立ちました。井上会長をはじめ多くの診断指導者を日本に招待し、自身も毎年来日して精力的に活動しています。今年、井上会長をはじめ2つ目の道場をオープンいたしました。第1回は